Better. Where are you?
Oh, I'm at home.
Where's home?
Los Angeles.
Nice.
Yeah. What
How long
about
have you
you?
been? What's that?
What about you?
I am it. Oh my gosh, sorry, I'm trying to pull up your little sheet. I'm also home in Austin, Texas.
Oh wow, nice.
Yeah, which
I
is
love
amazing.
Texas.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. I
Oh,
mean, I explored like a couple days, but I play there pretty often. So,
oh, where in Texas?
well, on the upcoming tour, I'm only playing Dallas and Houston, but I did play Austin like half a year ago.
Oh, amazing. Do you know the venue where you played?
I don't remember. I don't remember. It was a club.
Um, was it Superstition?
um,
Oh, I
is
think
there a
it was
Stereo
Superstition.
Live in Austin?
Say it again.
A Stereo Live in Austin? I don't think so.
I don't know. I mean, honestly, I've been home for 7 days, and this is the longest amount of time I've been home in like 2 years. So I haven't, and
Vulcan
I
Gas
moved.
Company.
What's that?
Vulcan Gas Company.
Oh, cool. Okay, awesome,
You said
amazing.
you haven't been home for a while?
I mean, I am. Yeah, I was home like 7 days last year because I was touring,
Oh wow.
um, and not in a row. So this is the longest. This week is the longest I've been home in years, which
Wow,
has been
I don't get
crazy.
how you do it. Like you're a powerhouse. Like you're touring and you also have a radio show and releasing music. Like you're a boss woman. Like you're doing so
I appreciate it. I'm
much.
also W's global music director, which actually that's the one that takes us like I have to be on like 7 a.m. calls with Japan, and like it's that
Oh,
that one is like hard to like be, oh, look my hair, and like do business stuff and balance that with like sunrise sets. But
sorry, I didn't hear that. What music director?
W Hotels.
Oh,
Yeah, their global music
wow.
director. Yeah, it's really, I love that. I really I have the head of global marketing is incredible, and I work alongside her, and she is a beast. I mean, that woman is, she makes me feel extremely lazy. Like she is on it. So it's just
Wow.
really inspiring to work with her.
Wait,
Um
I'm curious though. What does a hotel do with music? Like,
Yeah. So they have a part of my job is to hire a local music curator in every hotel, and that curator DJs. We have wet decks and living rooms that are usually have occupied by DJs. Help with the playlisting that you hear inside all the hotels, and then we have really large music programming. So we do a series called W Presents, where we book touring acts to come and play throughout our rooms. We did Channel Trace and Aluna. And Neil Francis just this last year. We have a partnership with Circle Music, CERCLE. So we've done some circle sets at various locations. We have recording studios called Sound Suites in a bunch of our properties. So we have residency programs for artists to come and stay and play and write. And yes, as you know, essentially, I book and route tours throughout the properties. It's their music is a passion point of theirs, and so that's a huge uh, it's a huge part of what they do and their brand. And I guess I just sort of touch all of that.
that's that's sick, man. That's crazy. You do
Yeah,
so many things. Like, that's goals.
it's it's a lot, but it's fun. It's really fun. But enough about me. So, okay, Jana, right? I said that
Yeah.
right. Okay, I want to make sure I don't say John. Jana, like Jan, and then Jana. Okay, I like how
Jana,
you.
banana,
Jan.
Hannah.
Oh, okay, that's good. Jana Hannah. That's good. Okay, I love that.
Kind of the
Um,
bit.
so have you done your, because like this interview has been scheduled so much. Thank you so much for your patience. Have you
No,
done your Hope and Chaos tour?
I did. Yeah, that was about 2 years ago.
Oh my, that was 2 years ago. How
Yeah.
was she? Wait, like right after the pandemic.
Right. Yeah. This is 2021. Yeah. So 2 years ago. 2 years ago I started it, and so
Was that your
I mean,
first tour
my
or
first
headline?
album tour, but not my
Yeah.
first headline tour. I did like small headline tours before, but this was my first big album hard ticket like headline tour. But I'm
What
about
did
to
you?
go on the next one. So
Fuck yes. What is the name of the next one?
the what?
What is the name of your next tour?
The album is called Play With You, so it's the Play With You
Play with
tour.
you. So
Yeah.
for your is there is Are these shows, are you DJing, or are you sort of performing the songs live, or are you mostly playing the album? Like how do you put together a show for an album tour that's different than a DJ set maybe?
Yeah, I mean, for specific venues, like mainly like the concert type kind of venues, like hard ticket ones, I'm doing live shows. So it's a combination of DJing and playing live keys and also singing. But for more clubby venues, I'm doing a DJ set just because it's more practical, and I feel like those environments they want more of a DJ set rager. But
Totally.
yeah,
That's exactly what I do. Is
yeah,
I well, I don't sing. God, nobody wants me to do that. But I play the piano and
yeah, I
have
saw.
a DJ rig, and I just did my first live tour. I used Ableton instead of CDJs, but it was so like is are okay. Are Here's my question: Are your DJ sets similar to the music that you play? Like, can you the music that you make? Can you like if you're just like doing a club set? Do you
Yeah.
oftentimes play the music that's in your album in the club set, or
Oh,
you
yeah, for
do?
sure.
Okay, because that was my fault. I don't DJ what I make. And so it was really like I
Oh,
like felt like I had to do this tour in order to play those songs out and figure out a way to play them out, but they're not
yeah.
like clubbier songs. And so I end up like putting together a live tour just so I could hear the music out live. But that's awesome that you already do that.
Your music is sort of like live hybrid electronic, right?
Yeah, like I make tracks that are I have a label called Yes 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 that's like definitely more like the club focused music, but I
Mhm.
signed a Ninja Tune, and the music that I make when I release there is like it's just way more like emotional. Like it's just like not hard hitting. It
Okay.
doesn't sound like it, even like if you try to play it against like a club track, most of those songs will sound like pretty weak. So so
Mm,
yeah, so I ended up doing a live show to try to um d- so I could just have an opportunity to play those songs out. But it sounds like
yeah.
you don't have that problem, which is nice.
Oh, I would say my music is mainly because it's the genre already. It's very kind of like clubby, it's
Yeah,
melodic bass. It's pretty hard in general.
yeah.
So yeah, I would say like my live set on the tour and the DJ set, it's pretty much the same track list. I'm just not singing. It's pretty, or maybe I'll
Amazing.
I'll do like some crazy fun edits, for the
Oh,
DJ
how
set.
totally cool. So when
Yeah.
you just do a normal DJ set, how do you often how much of your own songs are you playing?
Uh, if it's I would say at least like 80,
Oh,
70.
wow, every time.
Yeah.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
That's odd. Like outside of the album tour and everything even.
Yes, yes, for sure. I
Oh,
mean,
that's
I just
awesome.
want to make sure that when people see me at a festival, like, you know, it's like also like, free marketing for my own music.
Total,
It's
100%. Yeah,
marketing for my
yeah. I
music.
always like at a festival. I think of myself as an artist, and I'm going to play my music. And at a like if I'm playing, like a show in Ibiza or oh my god, what is that club I just played in London? Fabric or whatever. I might not play any of my songs. It's such a and sometimes that makes people like there are people who buy a ticket to maybe hear a song of mine, but like it's not appropriate in the slot that I'm in, the time, with the environment,
Mm.
like what the other artists I'm playing with, like it just wouldn't make sense. And that can be a struggle for people.
Yeah, no, for sure. There are people who get angry if they like come see you and they want to hear a song, they don't hear it.
Yeah,
I personally
but
am
like
one of
I
those,
like you are one of those because like being a
I'm one
DJ
of
is
those
a
fans.
total. You are one of those fans. I love
Yeah.
that. I love that
Like if I
because
go to like an artist and I want to hear a song and don't play it, I just
for
leave them and
totally.
I'm like, why did
Yeah,
I
I've
play
gotten that. It's so because I really got into this because I love DJing, which is a totally different skill set. It's like crate digging and making edits and like being able to
this?
read a dance floor it's like it's not about your music, it's about the craft of DJing,
Mm,
which I really fell in love with. And then when my songs started to like sort of pick up on Spotify and stuff, then I got I found like I it was harder for me to DJ, and I had to focus more on being an artist that people are coming to see. And that it's been a really tricky balance for me to figure out how to like market and explain to the crowds like what this is. This right now is about. I'm not an artist. I'm a DJ. That which is it's just so fun. And in the U.S. as an electronic artist, people tour as DJs, and so I think especially in the U.S. a lot of people just assume that's you're going to go hear your songs,
yeah.
and outside of the U.S., it's like that's kind of rare. But you've done a European tour. How did that go for you?
Oh, I haven't done a European tour, but I did a little bit shows in Asia. but
Oh, okay, okay.
I've
Sorry.
only mainly toured in the
In
States.
in the
Yeah.
States. Do you have any aspirations to go to Europe or anything?
I would love to. I mean, I don't know how my genre is well, like how well received it is there, but obviously like I love Europe. I went for the first time like 2 years ago, and
No
I would
way.
love to perform there. But
Oh,
yeah,
there's enough people there. You could definitely find. Oh, you would. I think you would torch it there. That's so
really.
funny. I was looking at my notes and I said Europe, but the word that I actually was supposed to say, which is so funny, was Eugene. Did your last tour take you to Eugene, Oregon?
Um, Actually, I think we had to postpone that show, and it didn't like happen or anything.
Oh
I
no. I'm
you're
from Eugene, Oregon. I
from
was born and raised
Eugene.
there. And so when I saw it's so rare to have a dance act come to
Yeah,
Eugene, it literally never happens. So when I read that, I got so excited. I was gonna be like, how was it? But it is definitely
top crowd.
that town is it's very much driven by jam bands and bluegrass and like
Mm,
electronic music is there's like one venue that just opened up where they were bringing DJs, but I think it actually just closed. Like it's
yeah,
definitely behind the times.
yeah.
So I
Well,
was going to ask
hopefully
you
in
how
the
that was.
future.
Yeah, it's a beautiful. If you can go, make sure you go hiking, and it's gorgeous.
Gotcha.
Um, so I'm going to read your little intro blurb and then ask you a few questions. And this portion will live on the radio show, and it's like a little bit quicker. And yeah, so that portion will live on the radio show, and the whole thing will live on our socials and things like that.
Okay.
Um, let me just make sure I had this. So when did you release your second studio album?
A few months ago, September 15th.
Okay, I think that's when I was for. Okay, amazing. Congrats on that, by the way.
Thank you.
Mhm. You are with LP Giobbi, and our next guest on Femme House Radio is American Taiwanese LA based producer JVNA. She recently released her second studio album named Play With You. Her follow up to Hope and Chaos is full of empowerment and control. The music on Play With You still revolves around melodic dubstep, but is more aggressive with alt pop, J pop, K pop, anime, gaming, and trance influences. She started playing piano at age 6 and went to the San Francisco Conservatory of Music, where she learned how to score films and video games, which is very impressive. Jana, welcome to Femme House Radio. Tell us your origin story. How did you start making music and DJing?
Thank you for having me. I'm so
For being
excited to be
here.
here. Yeah, I mean, growing up, I watched a lot of anime and, I loved film. I loved going to the theaters, and I always just loved how the music behind the visuals like accompanied it or just carried the story and like brought emotions in a certain way that the visuals wouldn't be able to tell you. And so I was like, oh yeah, like I really like instrumental music. I love classical music too. So I decided to go to San Francisco Conservatory of Music to study scoring.
Damn.
But upon there, I'm a college girl, went raving. I was like, at first when I listened to EDM, I was like, this is not real music. I was like, this is trashy dance music. The melodies are so simple. And then when I actually tried to make it, it was so hard. Like I was like, and it just like baffled me how like, because in classical music, like, things are so like harmonically complex, but in dance music and electronic music and pop music, yes, like melodies can be simpler, but like it's the mixing too and the sound design. And that's like that just like was like a whole different brain for me. And so that
I
challenge made me fall in love with it.
I really, really, really understand what you're saying there because I went to school for jazz piano performance, and the first time I went to a dance show, I remember trying to, like, it was a DJ. First of all, I didn't even understand the concept of a DJ. I was like, "Where's the band? Like, why is there so much sound coming from one person?" That was already weird for me. But then, uh, my friend broke it down by being like, it's body music, it's music for your body, it's supposed to feel good, in your body. It's like, there's a hi-hat going on for so long, then you take it out and you bring it back in. When you bring it back in, that feels so good. And it's like those simple changes. And I that's the moment I gravitated towards it, because in school, especially when you're in school studying music and being graded on it, like, I knew what notes would go over what chord changes, and like it all became very theorized in my head, and I kind of stopped feeling it. And
Hmm.
I like what I fell in love with electronic music about was the fact that it's actually, saying what you want to say with a few amount of notes is a skill in and of itself. And I really,
Exactly.
I just was really impressed by that. So I
I
totally
mean,
I totally get it.
going back to what you said about like how it felt like no emotion is like I guess what you mean is also like it sort of became like mathematical, right?
Yes, yes,
Yeah. I
yes,
mean, like
exactly.
I think what's so genius about pop music and dance music too is just that simplicity is key, but also like simple and catchy is so hard, you know?
It's
So
so it's actually like when you hear a pop song you can like dismiss it, but to write a melody that the general population just it feels something about and can sing along to immediately. I mean, it's a I I now have a lot of respect for it because I realize how hard it is. Yeah, I get that.
yeah, for sure.
So you went to your first rave, and then how did you like did somebody give you like how did you get a DAW, Ableton, or whatever you were using to make music? How did you start DJing? Like what how did you get from A to B there?
So the program that I was enrolled in, it was like a music technology kind of
Cool.
like a focus on the composition side. So we had been using Logic, which I do not like. And there was like a Ableton Live class, so I decided to take it. And it was quite rudimentary, you know, like it was just like, oh, here's record launch, enable automation, you know. But
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
my intro. And
Great.
yeah, I guess in terms of like dance music, I guess the artist I listened to at the time was probably like, you know, people like Millennium because it's the most quote unquote classical in my
Oh,
I would
cool.
say. Yeah, because it's very layered and melodic bass is very layered. There's like a lot of strings too sometimes. So I think that's why that's the first genre that I naturally gravitate towards.
Oh, incredible. I love
And
that.
any aspiring musician, especially in like EDM or pop music, like it's so easy to just go on YouTube University and like learn it yourself.
Totally. Totally. Yeah, it's at your fingertips. You can
Yeah,
just do it in your bedroom.
yeah.
So I know that you play a keyboard and you sing when you perform. Do you see yourself ever putting together a band? Or why would you? Because you could do it all yourself.
I would love to for sure. You know, when my budget allows that someday on a tour, I would love to bring, you
You
know,
would.
like a cellist or like a drummer, but I think well, it depends because like it's like I also really want to bring dancers. So it's like would I
Cool.
want to bring dancers more or would I want to bring like instrumentalists more? But yeah, that is for sure something that I think would be really cool.
Oh, that's awesome. So final question, if you could put together your dream tour, who would you go out on the road with?
Oh my God. um, can I build them above me? Like, is it
Oh,
a headline?
you could build us however you want.
Oh,
No,
okay.
sky's the limit.
Oh, I would love to go on tour with Blackpink.
Oh, cool. And honestly, that would be a very cool look for them to have you.
Oh my
Seriously.
God. Yeah, I mean, I love Blackpink, so
I
yeah,
love
I
that.
love K-pop. I'm Taiwanese, so I also love an artist called Jay Chou. He's very big in
Cool.
China. So
Cool.
but yeah, like I think that expanding internationally and into other genres would be really cool. So yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. We can't wait to see what you do at Femme House. You've already had some incredible tours under your belt. Your music is amazing. It's so nice to get to talk to you and hear your story, and we are big supporters of what you're doing.
Thank you so much.